everyone, and welcome to the Morning Roast. And I am, of course, Sugar Chris. And no Sim yet. He's probably still sleeping, or he's getting his Tim Hortons. Sleepy Sim. But we do have our guest today. Uh, he calls himself Pum Spak, but I'm going to call him Davy.
Yeah, Pum Spak is my secret street cred chat name, and Davey's the name that I was born with.
What is a Pum Spak?
Well, you know what, Sugar Chris, I think it'll speak deep into your soul here. So it's a Marvel comic sound effect.
Mm-hmm.
So there was gosh, it was at the time you thought it was one person, but somebody was going around killing all like these like low tier bad guys, right? It was happening a lot in like Captain
Oh
America.
yeah, Captain America. Where yeah, the one guy's going around killing all the little villains and stuff.
Yeah, so I think he had like a gun. I think I had like an exploding shell. So I think it's really like boom, like
Mm.
the exploding shot, the Terminator grenade launcher type thing, and then the SPAC is the
Ah, okay, yeah, because I remember that storyline. Yeah.
So initially they thought it was just one person wreaking havoc on the industry, but it turned out to be an army of people, wink, wink, working together to
Uh,
dismantle the industry.
Evil coalition.
Oh,
Let's see. Oh, we got Marinus. Hail, Marinus.
cool, man.
Marinus, are you joining me tomorrow to show off our floppies to the world?
That sounds a little frightening.
Yeah. A little. You'll be scaroused. Let's see. Uh, let's see. We got Soul. Hail, Five Brick Marinus.
Cool, man. You got people hanging out. Oh, that's awesome,
Yeah,
dude.
we always got folks to joining us because we always have a fun conversation.
Cool, man. What's up, everybody?
All my friends. We got Pascali. Hey, Pascali. We got,
369. He's going up in intervals. This next
somebody
12.
use the name Misgender. Okay. Let's see. Soul says, "Welcome to the Saturday Roast, where we look at a monster rock band comic. Will Sugar sing? And what's your favorite music during the Easter holidays?" Good morning, Chris. Pum Spak in chat.
What's up, dude? How's it going, man?
Okay, he says, "Yeah, there you go. What's your favorite music during the Easter holidays, Davey?"
What will really rattle the tomb there, man? That metal that you're playing was pretty good.
Yeah.
What's gonna get the
Well,
good what's gonna get the good Lord up on a Sunday morning
metal.
out of that tomb on Easter Sunday? Some Slayer would be nice, dude. Maybe a little Run DMC. Get some beats going.
There you go.
I like everything, Sugar Chris. I like everything, man. I as long as it's good, right? But I like country, rap, and metal, and I like jazz and reggae and punk and all that.
Yeah. A man of all kinds of tastes.
Yeah, I even like some of that hip hop music you hear about.
I'm too old for that hip hop. Oh, good. Marinus says he's here. He's gonna be joining me tomorrow. Yep, showing our floppies. That's right. Pasquale says he just a minute he needs to buff his floppy.
Well, I've got my floppy ready, just kind of hanging out over here. I could show it to you anytime you want to see it.
Oh, good. Marinus got a lot of news comics to show from the time when Doris Day was still young and ready for some classics. Alrighty. Oh yeah, and I got a bone to pick with you, Soul and Marinus.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't me. I thought you were gonna have fun to pick with me already.
Not you, Davey. Don't worry. You're innocent. You're still new to the channel. No, I got a problem with Soul and Marinus. I was trying all yesterday to get them to play games with me, and they didn't. I was all alone. I think they were asleep though. It was late. They were probably asleep. The new League and Path of Exile just dropped.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wasn't sure if you meant just like what kind of games you meant there, but
No, just video games.
cool. Yeah, I like a lot of the video games myself, but in trying to think, what have I been playing recently, man? I was like a little Nintendo Switch, I guess, over here.
Oh, okay. I've thought about getting a Switch, but I can't bring myself to justify paying all that money for one and
Yeah,
only get like one game for it.
are they still up there? I
Yeah.
remember when it came out, the gal I was dating, I just remember one day I was just like, man, I want to switch. And she said, switch to what?
Switch to what?
She's not a gamer.
It's like when people are like, "Oh, that's based. Based on what?"
Right, yeah.
Oh, let's see. Sugar. I found a fun rock video, "Out of the Black," by a band called Royal Blood. The clip has a bunny killing people and changes between real life and a Rick and Morty's animation style.
That sounds cool.
Yeah,
I don't mind Royal Blood. They did they covered some Metallica song recently.
Oh, so you know who he's talking about then?
Yeah, Royal Blood has a track called like Trouble's Coming, or I See Trouble Coming. You know, it might not be as hard as what you like. They're a little theatrical maybe. But give it a listen, man. Yeah.
Okay.
You a big metal guy?
I like metal. Yeah, I like metal. I haven't been keeping up with music though. I'm so behind.
It's hard. Like the metal scene, it can be like I like a lot of heavy stuff, but I'm picky, so it's like I like Mastodon quite a bit.
Okay.
But and there's some of those other bands coming out like The Sword and I'm trying to think, but then even them, like Mastodon has kind of changed into this like I don't know, dude. I just feel like they're not rocking like they used to. I'm like upsetting some. I don't want to upset anybody watching right now. Sorry about that.
It does seem like a lot of bands, they start out real hard and raw, and then as time goes on, they get kind of softer.
Like, let's change our style.
Yeah, they start changing.
Let's change the style that got us to where we are.
Let's see. Sugar, you can't call foul when we were on Steam yesterday, but due to the time difference, you can count on us doing other things with 7 p.m. around here. That's 3 p.m. I know. I'm just picking. I know you guys were probably busy or sleeping or something like that because it was like 4 p.m. here. I'll have to make you all play games with me another day. Let's see. Chris likes softy metal like POD. Oh, come on now. But I feel so alive, Marinus. All righty.
What did POD stand for again? I remember there's a bunch of those coming out because there's also like a VOD. There was Vision of Disorder.
I don't remember what POD stood for.
And then there's like Puddle of Mud was another one, and Payable on Death, maybe. Maybe POD is Payable on Death.
I just remember. I think I had their first album, and that was it. Let's see. All right, let me bring up the campaign. Let's get to what Davey came here for to talk about. Unemployed Market Presents over on the Indiegogo. It's already passed its funding goal and hit in demand.
You know what? We're in fulfillment. I've got the books in hand.
Ah, yeah. So, you want to show us one?
Oh, let me get one right here. I can't say I've got one in hand and then not show you, right?
Yeah.
Well, listen, I have two covers. I think I'll show you the one that maybe you might like first. This is what I'm calling the death metal villain variant.
Ooh.
Oh,
nice. Nice and glossy.
Yeah, man, and it's a full color wraparound.
Nice. Wraparound.
Oh, I'm having trouble here doing this backwards thing, dude. So this is actually not the main cover, but I wanted to show it to you first, hence like the theme of stuff, But this is an evil band that we're seeing here called Gleemo. We got him again here over on the.
Oh, okay.
Chris, you'll notice Gleemo doesn't have a drummer.
No drummer.
They got one of them one of those machines that you can program the beats in,
How dare they?
But now our good guys, our little good guys.
There we go.
So this is the other cover right here, and listen, I think I'm really happy with how the quality turned out. If you have Kozar in your hands, it's a glossy cardstock cover like Kozar,
Okay.
nice and thick, and we just jump right into it. So I've got the Crypt Keeper in EC Comics. I've got this guy named Ump. So Ump is also stands for Unemployed Monsters Presents, but his name also just happens to be you. He says, "Hey, my name's Ump." And he just kind of like tells you, he's like, "Hey, if you want to stick around, if my ugly gross little cave isn't too gross, maybe flip the page and stick around." So I try to just encourage you to just not throw the book out every single page. Basically, I say, "Oh, please just turn it again, please turn it again." But these are our main kids right here, right?
Okay.
So, yeah, man. So this is what the book is looking like, and it's 50. I used to say 56 pages, but you can't count that cover, right? Even though there's writing on it.
Okay. 56.
But it's a 52 full color comic book. There's a main story that's about 40 pages long, and then there's some really cool art. And it's not just like concept art. Like, hey, here's some crappy drawings of everything that you've already seen. It's actually a lot of really like cool art drawings teasing the next issue. I can maybe show you some of that if you want to see it.
Well, sure.
Well, I like villains a lot, Chris. I really like the villains. You know what I mean? So, like when GI Joe and Cobra toys were around, like my one brother always bought the GI Joes. I like Cobra a lot. So like the dreadnought, they always had like masks and fun stuff. So if you want to put the camera up real quick, if you heard of Bebop and Rocksteady, I've got Cough and Phlegm.
Cough and Phlegm.
So, but these are some real mean bad guys who are going to show up in the next issue. So I'm already, look at me getting ahead of myself talking about the next issue before I even had a chance to see this one.
Yeah, we haven't even got to the pitch yet, and you're already doing the next issue.
I mean, yeah. Hey, listen, get those pre-orders in now, right?
See, look.
Hey, before we go any further, I just want to say I'm having a lot of fun this morning, Chris. Thank you for having me on your show, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. So say 1 pitch 2 trailer. He's getting after me. All right. So let's do the pitch then, Mr. Spak.
Is the pitch my little like what I'm trying to how to sell it in the elevator?
Yeah.
One of my quick pitches out here is I have multiple, but the one on there's one on there that just says like my tagline is 3 kids want to just have play music and have fun. Why would bad guys have a problem with that? And I guess a little longer version of the story is basically there's these 3 kids who are just trying to have fun and rock out and play after school and stuff like that, and be in a band and be creative. And little do they know there's an evil factory in town that has already manufactured all the art that the world needs to see. You know what I'm saying? So there's already a band in town. Their name is Gleemo, and we don't need anybody else coming in here and messing any of that up. So that page that you're on right there, those are all bad guys that we kind of see there. But the green guy right in the middle, his name is Frequency Jones. So I try to do these kind of like fun music nods. So depending on how well you know music and stuff like that, there was a famous producer in the 80s and 90s named Quincy Jones. So this guy in the middle here is Frequency Jones. He surgically attached an old transistor radio to his head. And it's kind of like the Matrix, like whatever he dials into, he can just absorb that information and be like really smart. The problem is like he's kind of a lazy inventor. So he just used a really old transistor radio and it has a loose dial on it. So sometimes he'll accidentally maybe turn into a Sugar Chris station where he absorbs information on there and maybe his intellect goes down a little bit. No offense.
Oh no. Poor Jones. You don't want to tune into that station and get all the Sugar Chris lore.
But he could turn into the local Mexican comedy station I've got here in LA and get a little frazzled, and got to fine tune it back to that science program that he had going on. And then right next to him on screen right, that kind of weird purple guy with the big pink lips. Now, listen, I know it looks like it, but not every single character that we're coming up with over here has a big hole on the side of their head with something sticking out of it. But these two characters happen to be that way. But the guy in the right there on screen right, that his name is Chain Brain. You can see he has a chain attached to his brain, and that's kind of how they came up with his name, I guess.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
So what happened with him, Chris? It would be like, hey, he's like the security, and it'd be like, you and me will get together. Like, Chain Brain, he didn't pay. Go get that guy.
Yeah, he's like the enforcer.
Chain Brain would go run to get him, and his brain would fall out because there's a big hole there. See it? And now we got to go look for his brain. Where is his brain? Is it under the bed? Is it under the car? Did it roll over there? And one day somebody said, listen, if we just attach a chain to the brain, anytime it falls out, he'll still be kind of incapacitated and shut down, but we don't have to go looking for it.
Yeah. We at least we know where it
is. It's just dangling, and we could just shove it right back in his head. So, but the kids had their first confrontation with Gleemo and Chainbrain, and it doesn't necessarily go well for them in the first issue.
Okay. Oh, let me check the chat real quick. Oh, Marinus is telling you congratulations on getting funded.
Thank you, Darkside.
Yeah. Soul putting out the link. Thank you, Soul. Books are ready to go, he says. Yes.
I got them right here, and I got a little cardboard Gemini, one of those guys, and
oh, we got Shook. Morning, Shook.
SEM in the house.
Let's see. Soul says it looks good.
Hey, thank you, man. I had some really, and I know one of the things that I'm trying to, excuse me, I just rubbed my eye. One of the things that I'm trying to come across without sounding, crazy or rude or anything like that, and it's an all ages book is what I'm going for, right? And this is kind of the other. I kind of told you a little bit about the story, but my pitch when I'm walking around here and trying to generate interest in my own town, I say it's an all ages book. I think that someone like you, sir, would find the content compelling, but you could give this to a 5-year-old kid and not have to worry about any weird content. And that's kind of where my CG kind of background comes in, where I'm dissatisfied with a lot of the stuff in the mainstream industry. And I'm not trying to get into all this political this and that, but there's a lot of what I'd like to say weird content. If you want to quiz me on it, I'll get even more vocal about it. But you don't have to worry about this. As much as I'm trying to make this a fun story and kind of go there and have it be weird and have some dark elements, like there's some Disney stuff going on here where one of the kids' parents is dead, and it's we're missing, not around, and it's kind of some Disney stuff. And I'm saying, it's not a kid's book, but
yeah,
give it to a kid and not worry about it. So I think somebody on Twitter was just like, and maybe I misunderstood, but they're like, oh, that looks cool, but I'm like in my 20s, and I was like, oh, dude, it's not a children's book. And so even though I'm saying all ages, please don't get confused. I think you'll love it. And
yeah, it's something that people of any age could enjoy and get something out of. And I do see where I could show this to a younger child, like a 5-year-old, and they could be like, oh, this looks like fun.
Yeah, and a lot of it, and I realized some stuff. I've always liked comics very much, and I think at some point around, like, I don't know if it was in the late 90s or the early 2000s, they started to become just like heavier, like everyone was trying to write kind of like the Dark Knight type thing, but I really enjoyed that and I really respected that. But I started getting to this point where it's almost like hard to read comics. Like comic books would show up and I'm like, oh, like I need to set time aside and really read that thing, and then sometimes almost months would go by and I've got a stack. And other times I just really sit down and try to get my coffee and dedicate time to, I'm like, oh, Jonathan Hickman wrote this, so I need to, and it kind of started ruining comics in some ways. I think the way that I've learned that I read a book, and I'm doing it with CG stuff, is I don't want it sitting around, man. That thing shows up, and I might ruin the story. I don't always have time to read it, but I'm like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. I want to flip through it. And this is kind of how I used to read comics as a kid. I remember I'd get a comic and be like, oh, like boom, 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 boom. Like, whoa, like how did this happen? And kind of maybe technically ruin the story a little bit, but that's just, I don't know why that's just kind of what I was sharing is I'm going back to that is I think it's just fun to kind of flip through it and see stuff and you don't have to read it all in one go. You read a couple pages, you know, and just spend time with it and have fun.
Yeah. We got a question from Sully. Says, "Is that a record player toilet?"
Yes, sir. That is a record player toilet.
I'll be full screen that again. Let's see that. That's nice.
It's kind of blurry there, and I wouldn't say that. Forgive my language, Mom. I wouldn't say that he listens to shitty music. He just happens to have a record player toilet. We try to do a lot of fun things like that.
Marina says, "Great designs."
Yeah, I was able to take a lot of my designs and then give them to a much more talented professional and really clean up my drawings and help my world come to life. So initially, Chris, I not only did I wrote it initially, I drew the entire book.
Okay.
Penciled it, technically scanned it in, ink, quote unquote inked. I'm saying inked it, but it was me doing it. But inked it, colored it, and everything. And by the time I went to release it, I just really felt that it didn't look that good. And I don't, I tried really hard, and I don't think my art is bad. But I just wanted. I said, I'm putting this effort into making kind of like an art piece and putting something out in the world, and I just really want to. I kind of want to impress people with how good it looks, and also be aware of my own shortcomings. As much as I want to be maybe the main art dude on it, I think we're very good at sometimes critiquing our own work, and what I wanted to put out there wasn't at the level of what I wanted to necessarily be a part of, if that makes sense. So I ended up hiring some really talented guys and try to make my story just as tight as possible, but just look really good.
Well, I mean, it seems like you definitely got some talent on your side here. The art looks very nice and polished, and has.
Well, you see, we got Eric Weathers lettering both stories. So Eric Weathers had his hand all over this book.
Dang.
And Matt Yackee.
Weathers everywhere.
Yeah, and I think Matt Yackee, who's done some stuff for some other CG folks, he was available and able to color. There's two stories. There's like a main story, and then there's like a little 8-page backup story in the back, and that's the one you're kind of seeing there with that ghost guy just yelling no, no, no over and over and over again.
Yeah, I can relate to this monster in the trash can.
Yeah.
He's just chilling. He's like, no, yeah. I'm just lazy.
There you go.
Let's see. Soul says TLDR suitable for Sugar and the niece. Well, the niece isn't exactly 5 years old anymore. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I've got a little trailer too. I don't know if you're down to hit play on that and check that out. It's pretty cool.
So that way Soul don't fuss at me.
Come buy a comic book, come buy a comic book, come buy a comic book, come buy a comic book. Flip the pages to an awesome story about 3 kids rockin' rolling on the street. Get in the garage and practice till you name something that you love. And when you share it with the world, don't be afraid to go against the evil. People with holes in the heads and cheesy music on the radio. Put posters on the walls, rip them down so they can fall. We made this music by ourselves, nobody even helped. The hope the bad guys end up straight in jail. Somehow You have to read the comic book to find out.
Oh, that was nice. I like that.
Yeah, I tried to take Ethan's advice and keep it under a minute. So I think I was at 56,
Yeah, it was
56
short,
seconds.
sweet, but it was a fun little way to do it. That was a great trailer. Yeah, I like that.
Thank
Did
you very
you
much, man. You know who really made it was Brett Hayden. He's dying days of Twitter.
Uh-huh.
I think he's helped some other people out with this trailer, but he really in a pinch, he's like, hey, I could help you out. It's Monday. I could help you out. I have surgery on Friday. When do you need it? And I was like, tomorrow. And he's like, cool. I'll put in all this work for you. So I gave him a special thanks in the book because he worked really hard and made that trailer cool.
Yeah, that was really cool trailer. Yeah, I really liked that one.
And then my buddy Jake Kazakos, who did all the art for the book, or 99% of the art for the book, he assembled a lot of the elements that Brett put together for that trailer.
Okay. Yeah, it fits the whole being kid friendly, and also fits the spirit of the story. I think the trailer does, and also has that kind of it's got the feel of the art style to it. Yeah.
Cool. And I couldn't be more happy with it, Chris. I reached out to it was through like friends of like high school stuff like that, but it's one of those like Spaceballs things. It was like my friend's younger brother's friend's brother's kid type thing, right?
College roommate.
Yeah. So, but this really talented gal. She was 9 years old at the time. Her name is Giada, but she does a lot of music on Instagram, and I reached out to her dad and asked if they'd be down to help me record a song, and she jumped at it, and he said he stayed out of the way, for the most part, and that's what they came back with. So she wrote that all by herself and performed it, and I was just extremely proud to use that as the song on my trailer. So thanks, Giada.
Yeah, it was very adorable. Yeah. Let's see. More Link. Thank you, Soul. We got Hex popping in.
It is a Pum Spak. Hey, Hex, how's it going, man?
Pasquale says he's in his 60s and he loves looking at pictures, so he's into comics for art appreciation. Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and Pasquale, what I tried to do with this too, as much as I'm the writer, so I'm not gonna. I think I don't know how good the writing is, but I tried to make the comic interesting enough where you're gonna have fun just flipping through it no matter what.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't blame you there, Pasquale. Some comics can have beautiful art. Like there's some comics over there and from Europe and stuff, and everything can have some really gorgeous stuff going on.
I was reading I think it's from France, this comic book called Petite.
Okay.
Have you heard of it?
No.
It's pretty interesting. It's like it's like giants. It's like all these giants live in this town, and the giants eat humans, right?
Okay.
But like every generation, the giants have been getting smaller. And then one year, this the queen gives birth to a giant that's barely bigger than the humans. And what is going on? And it's, metaphors and power struggles, but it's interesting. The art is really impressive.
This causes panic in giant society. We got to get big again. Let's see. What else is everybody saying? Hey, X got your shorts on. No. If he came on here, he would have to take them off. That's how it works with Hex. He comes on our channel, and he ends up half naked. Let's see. That's right. Sub to Hex did close to 500 subs. That's right. Yes. Everybody go check out Hex's channel.
That's the Hex I know. Hex and I did a CG team up recently. He rolled out to my hood in LA, and we went to a barcade. It's a bar with a bunch of arcade games.
Oh, nice.
And I'm telling you, the shorts came off. I'm telling you.
Don't surprise me. I didn't even know they still had stuff like barcades. That's cool.
Yeah, they have some really good games, man. They have some good ones.
Chris likes to dumpster dive every weekend. No, I like to go to pawn shops and auctions. I don't dumpster dive. I just look for bargains.
That's D-Wags, right?
That's D-Wag. He dumpster dives. Crack back bow. Hex says, I've read Unemployed Monsters Presents, the best all ages comic in indies by a country like mile. There you go. Yeah. Dark
Hey,
Meredith.
thank you, X.
The music sounds like Marinus's iPod playlist. Let's see.
Hey, Neff. I've got your book too, sir.
Oh, Neff says he has this book. Nice.
Hey, thanks for backing, Neff. Appreciate it, man. Did you flip through it yet?
Sounds like a case of weak giant sperm. They're low T.
It is, man.
Let's see. Yes, push me over 500 subs. Yes, check my channel. Streamed us at Barcade. Nice. Nice. All right. So yeah, I mean you've got an artist from Rick and Morty. You know, I'm surprised. I am surprised that Sim ain't here because he's into Rick and Morty and all. I've watched a little bit of Rick and Morty, a few episodes, and that's been it for myself.
Yeah, not your thing.
It's just I don't watch a lot of TV and movies anyway.
Well, the Rick and Morty's hard. It's because it's really like it's kind of like a zany, right? It's a spectacle. There's a lot going on, but man, you got to pay attention if you want to catch the jokes. It's like let me get a cup of coffee and make sure I'm alert because it's not like I think yeah.
I don't know. It wasn't like I thought it was okay. Like the Me6 and everything. I watched that episode.
Yeah.
I liked it.
What? Yeah, I was fortunate to work. I worked on seasons 3, 4, and 5.
Nice.
And had a blast, and that's where I met some of those guys. But I liked the first two. The first two I thought were really funny.
Like I remember watching it, and like I liked it. The Me6 one. I liked the one where they like get all jacked up and it starts playing DMX and they're beating the shit out of the guy.
Oh yeah.
X will give it to you.
What was I gonna say? I worked for DMX once.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did you get to meet him and stuff?
He told me to get out of his trailer, so I think that kind of counts as meeting him.
Get out of my trailer. Nice. He was something.
Yeah, one day I was tasked to get him a can of ravioli.
Well, there you go.
Chef Boyardee.
He's like, give me it and get the hell out.
Yes, I had to get him a Chef Boyardee one time, and then I had to get very specifically a $300 stereo to install into his trailer. And that's why maybe he was just talking to me. It sounded like get out, but maybe his voice is just, maybe he was just being nice and it just sounded mean. But
yeah, man,
they said go in that trailer, and they said go in that trailer and put that stereo in there. I said, is anybody in there? They said, no, it's all good. And I opened the door and went in his trailer, and there's about 12 people, including X. He wasn't called DMX. He just called him X. There's about 12 people in there smoking weed, and I walked in, and they said, "Get out." I said, "Okay."
Never mind. Leaving. Oh wow. Yeah, it sounds like you've had a pretty interesting life then already. Been
Hey,
rubbing.
sorry. And I'm reading Neff's comment. And I appreciate the feedback. Sorry, I mean, like all that conflict was at the second act, and then it ended. So I tried to throw a little backup story in there, so you weren't too disappointed. But man, Chris, you know what I learned as a first-time comic book creator is world building. It's hard. World building is hard, man.
A lot of work goes into it.
Get that trying to get that first issue going without it, and then slowing down and having the pacing good, and then trying to but dude, the second one is the script for issue 2 is done, and we're already working on it over here. The first 7 or 8 pages or so are inked and done, and we're gonna just slowly chip away at color and hopefully have this thing out, the second one out.
Oh, there's Sim.
Good morning.
What's up, Sam?
Yeah, he said this
How's
was
it
a
going?
Fine, thank you.
Oh, we got Ginge. Hey, Ginge. They're eating his chocolate buttholes. Sugar, if you want bigger arms like in Rick and Morty, you might want to jab yourself with steroids too. No, I don't need steroids. I see I've got a little bit of muscle now. I've been hitting that gym. I'll get there eventually. I just got to keep at it. I'll show you, Soul. One day I'll be ripped.
You know, some people do need to take some supplements. Just saying. Not steroids, but supplements.
I don't need to take nothing.
Yeah, I'm getting up there. I've got my Centrum. I've got my Centrum multi-tablet now.
Oh, taking your vitamins?
Yeah, trying to, man.
I probably should since I never see the sun.
Yeah.
We got Nia K. Hello, hello.
What's up?
Hi, Nia K.
Of course, hello, Neff, if I didn't say it already.
Neff is nice. She's cool, man.
Soul says, hey, Sim, saw the teaser for the movie show with the babe. Found it too short to leave a like, but keep going and I'll thumbs up the next one or the one after that. Too much of just Soul's not a fan of teasers, Sim. You gotta give it.
Yeah, but I'll upload the full video so that I'm done.
Yeah, have you seen Soul? Have you seen Sim this campaign?
Nope.
Well, hey, we just been going up and down these first 3 pages for the last 30 minutes. Let's do it again.
Yeah, that's right. It has artists from Rick and Morty.
Cool.
Sim, I go by Pum Spak in the chat, but my real name is Davey, so you can feel free to call me either one of those.
Yeah, I'm calling him Davey. Much easier.
Call him Crockett.
But what? Hey, what's over the so I guess I'm offering Sim, I don't know if you're aware, but the book is already printed. I have it in hand, and
Oh, cool.
yeah, currently fulfilling. So I have about 10 more orders, whatever they're called, 10 more backers to fulfill, and then I'm done fulfilling the book. But man, I did like a sketch tier, and I think one of these over here, like you can get both covers and it comes with a sketch, but I had this option where it's like, oh, you can get there's 7 different little characters you can get. And I think I took that tier down where it's like both covers and 7 sketches because it was really taking me a long time to do them.
Yeah, you already got 25 for this one. You gotta do.
Yeah, and those are easier because it's just one, but yeah, they start adding up. So
Yeah.
the one tier where you can get these 7 sketches, it sounded like a good idea at the time when I made the campaign.
I started having to do it.
Yeah, but then there's like 15 to 20 people or so got that tier, and then 20 times 7 became it didn't sound too bad, but dude, it was a lot.
You're gonna have a big old stack. Let's see. Oh, we had Jimmy Reyes. Good morning.
JRA.
Yeah, you can get a nice little sketch there. Plus, both covers are only $50. That ain't bad.
Hey, and then Sim, don't be scared that there's unemployed monsters. I just want to assure you that there are no monsters in Unemployed Monsters. There are critters, creeps, mutants, and freaks.
Yeah, that wraparound cover ain't bad looking.
Yeah, I'm going through the campaign right now.
So here, just here in the bottom, I just.
So you got some Gleamo in there too.
Yeah. So just so the kids aren't scared or anything like that. There are no monsters in Unemployed Monsters.
There you go. And yeah, and you said you worked on Rick and Morty too, right?
I did, yeah. I was the design coordinator on season 3, and I was one of the first people to ever get that legendary Pickle Rick script, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of that episode. I know it kind of got annoying and stuff like that here and there, but it was really fun. And then season 4, I was a production manager, and season 5, I was an associate producer.
Oh, those sound important.
Yeah, it's just I was rubbing elbows with people who maybe think they're important, but that's about it. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then trying to think, you're always just kind of bouncing around. I work in live action too, Chris and Sim. There's this little kid. If you Google the name Ryan, it's probably the first thing that comes up. But there's this little kid on the internet named Ryan who opens toys.
Oh, okay.
He does unboxing videos. I guess,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess this kid makes $30 million a year now.
Yeah, I heard those little unboxing things. Kids doing that they can get a ton of subscribers really quick, and they blow up.
Yes, I think Nickelodeon took interest in the little guy, and they just started making TV shows. So after Rick and Morty, I worked on a live action show called Ryan's Mystery Playdate. And I had to ask if this was 18 and up content before I was like, what is this? Like, oh, it's a little kids show. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's different then.
Yeah.
That's crazy. 30 million.
Oh yeah, dude.
Know what to do with all that money.
Oh, shoot, what is that? My bad.
So Sim's kids have to read Bloodhound every other day, so they will be fine. Yeah, it's okay. The youngest kid I have right now is 13, and she's fine.
Yeah, I think they'd have fun with this.
Let's see. Oh, we got JL Potts. Good morning. Morning.
JLP.
And we got Coleman creeping in.
So cool.
I follow Coleman on Twitter.
Let's see. Meredith says, I made 90 unboxing videos so far. Where are my millions? Well, you're not.
You got to be 5.
Yeah, you're not a little kid. You're not appealing to the youngsters, I guess.
You know what though? If we could maybe fool people if we got a big paper mache head. We maybe put it on top of Darkseid's head.
Here we go.
And made it look like a little kid.
Yeah, make him look all colorful. Yeah.
Yeah,
that might make him appeal more to the younger crowd.
I bet those millions will come real quick.
Now we do have a one issue I see, and that is, of course, folks like Marinus and Soul can't get this book yet because they don't live in the U.S.
Well, Chris, guess what I did?
It's only available for the U.S.
Guess what I did today, Chris?
What's that?
On eBay, I put up 10 copies for only $2 a piece. Basically, maybe you could just pay the shipping. But I put 10 copies up on eBay for international sellers only.
Oh shit!
So I put it up there for as cheap because I know the shipping can be a big pain. So maybe I'll put this listing in the chat.
Yeah.
Here and
the chat. Yeah.
Let's see if it works. Or maybe I don't know how do I put stuff in the chat? I know how to do it in the private chat. Maybe if I put it here, someone else could put it there.
Yeah, throw that in the private, and then I'll put it in because I don't know if you're a mod or not. I've already got a ton of mods now.
So listen, I'm not trying to get ahead of myself and say anyone's going to actually buy these comics that I've reduced the price on and are making available only for your international fellow fans. But they're up there. I put 10 up there of the main cover, and I could do it for the other cover as well. And yeah, man, if anybody international wants to take a chance on one of these brand new old comics?
Brand new old comics.
Yeah. Okay, I threw it in there. I put the link in the chat so everybody can go look at it out. Yeah, let me. Here, you know what? I'll show the link here while I'm at it.
I already shared it in the chat.
Unemployed Monsters presents cover A by Justin Newell.
Look at that. It says $2. And that cover's misleading because it doesn't totally look like that. But hey, who's gonna mail it? Who's gonna mail it all the way back for a refund once it gets to Europe, though, huh?
Yeah, but $2. That's it.
And I tried to make it so you can't get it if you're an American, but maybe you can. But the goal here is just for the international folks.
Yeah, so no cheating. If you're in America, don't you be buying off eBay.
Yeah, so but I think if you scroll down, I don't know what the shipping will be like. So I think I put two options. I did their global, whatever that standard global shipping program is that I think everyone hates. Like that's one option, and then another shipping service. It's just I picked what looked kind of like a lower one that you just put a little comic in. So we'll see what happens if anyone checks
But
it
if
out.
you want to know, here it says 19 US for shipping to Canada comes up $25.50.
Yeah, that was like the cheapest one I could figure
Yeah,
out.
shipping's not cheap.
Yeah.
Especially in now, you also have to pay the gas. It's one of the things I thought was fun. I was wondering why the shipping went so high and why it's so different from like one area to the other. Like one state could be different.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because you get charged you get charged for gas per mileage.
Yeah, I was doing everything. So I think some people have an issue with it, whatever. But I was shipping all my books media, and kept it pretty low. But
yeah, it works fine. It works fine in the U.S. as long as you have a what do you call it, IMB code, and you don't put ads in your comic book. You can use it if you have commercials or ads. You can get in trouble.
Yeah, I don't have any of that, but I don't have any kind of code either. But I don't know. LA doesn't really have time to like look at your packages. They just take what you have and throw it in that bin.
Let's see.
Wait, give me a sec. I'll be right back.
He gets here and then leaves. I tell you. Shows up late, leaves early.
Sometimes that's how you want it, though, right? Like, oh, hey, good to see you, and then.
Oh my! I like giving help.
I'm not good with goodbyes either. You know, sometimes it's better you don't have to say goodbye. Always that.
But it does look like we have a colorful cast of characters here. Can you tell us a little bit about our little musical heroes?
Yeah. So that it kind of revolves around that kid on this lower screen left that you see with his mouth all open wide with the green hair. His name is CJ. That's his little sister right above him named Ula. And that's his dad kind of above him. So CJ's in a little 3-piece punk rock band with his friends there. So that green crazy dude, his name is Whammo. And that big guy behind them, that's their friend Clive. But yeah, they're just kind of in like they're in a little 3-piece garage band, you know, and
yeah,
they're just trying to go to school and do their thing, and there's a mean band in town that doesn't like them. I don't know what else.
Trying to have fun and live their lives.
Yeah, well, I guess what's happening is that this other band, Gleemo, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're run by that evil scientist, Frequency Jones. They essentially like put hidden messages in the music. So
Okay.
there's like, it's like kind of the pop music today. It's kind of like if the three of us are hanging out and we're like, hey, who do you like? Who do you like? When we talked about our bands, and then we kind of collectively decided that we didn't like Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift and some of these pop bands. But it wasn't just us. It was just like everyone in the chat and everyone in the whole planet was like, yeah, we hate Justin Bieber and Taylor Swift. And we just kind of start looking around and doing polls. We said, if everybody hates these bands so much, why are they so popular? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Advertisement.
Yeah, so but that's kind of like their dilemma. Like, why is everyone hates Gleemo? Everyone says they hate Gleemo. Then why is Gleemo so popular? And it turns out that there's an algorithm in the music. So when anytime a Gleemo song is on the radio or a Gleemo is playing live to you, you're compelled to buy merchandise. Right?
Okay.
So Frequency Jones is trying to take that to the next level. He has invented a new weapon called the pop gun. He's basically taken. You can see him here working real hard in his scientist. So up here, so basically, what's happening is like creative people are being kidnapped.
Oh, okay.
Right. So
And they've been siphoned.
Yeah, and their creative energy is being siphoned and put into this weapon called the pop gun. You could see.
Oh, yeah. I'm working on it over there.
Yeah, he's got a CD right here, and he's taking CDs and radio parts, and he's making the pop gun.
How many pages is this?
It's pretty substantial. It's 52.
Putting the link in here. Soul Tummy Sugar. Looking at campaigns on eBay is kind of heretic. What? Why? Come on, it's only $2. So
I don't know. Gleemo. I thought it reminded me of that the Gleam thing in Rick and Morty. That looked like a scrotum and stuff like that. How they make the Gleam?
Oh, the what was that thing called? The Plumbus.
The Plumbus. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought it was the Gleamer.
Yeah,
that's what it reminded me of, the Plumbus. Yeah.
Yeah, Gleemo is just kind of like I don't know. I just called the band Gleemo one day, and I think I was planning on changing it, and someone said they liked that name, so I kept it.
But for a band, it works, and kind of like in the vein of Eva. The band Eva.
Yeah, man.
Gleemo.
Let's see.
But yeah, I work in TV and film out here in LA. I'm on a new cartoon called The Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers. If you've ever seen that or heard of that.
Nope.
It was actually a comic book property in the 70s. There's a comic book artist named Gilbert Sheldon. And he wrote this kind of like R. Crumb style, like raunchy, like sex, drugs, and rock and roll comic book called The Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers.
Oh yeah, I know them.
And so there's a cartoon now, and on Tubi, T-U-B. I think it's Tubi's a free app, and you can stream the show for free. But if you guys are bored and want to watch some wacky cartoons, check out The Fabulous Furry Freak Brothers on Tubi.
Okay.
But they have new episodes?
The entire season and season 1 is out. The entire season 1 is out and on Tubi, and I'm working on season 2 now. Yeah, man.
Yeah, because I was just curious because Tubi is usually old stuff. They don't have new stuff.
Oh, really? Yeah, no, Freak Brothers.
But from what I know, that's why I was asking you.
No, Freak Brothers is new. But yeah, I think in some of these pages, I'm looking at this campaign. I made this campaign in October, and it wasn't like I was putting up the pages I had. And what's kind of interesting, like scroll up to that first page, Chris. You'll just even see some edits that were made. You go to the first one, the very first page that you see. See how he's like Gleemo? It's his black writing, and then the lady is actually like saying something. Like, what happened here? Oh shoot. So see, it's like, yeah, he's like,
Oh yeah, I see.
it's
Yeah,
all,
he
it's
changed-
all red, like. So this, and then the lady actually isn't saying anything now because it was like,
Out of the margins.
yeah, it's actually, it was unnecessary dialogue. Her action and the sign she held kind of dictated it, so I felt like it was kind of like a double hit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so even it was kind of fun just working with Eric and just fine tuning it, and I just and he made these like this bunch of custom sound effects and stuff. I think it turned out really, it was really fun to do it.
Okay.
Hey, thank you, Cole, man. Appreciate that, dude.
Oh yeah, says he got an eBay copy.
Hey, thanks, man. Thanks so much.
Yeah, Coleman's up there in Canada.
Yeah, he's in my neck of the wood. He was. Yeah.
Poor
he was
guy.
over here. He was over here doing it this week. He
Feel
dropped by.
bad for him.
Why? Because he ran out of power, or just because he's in Canada?
Oh, well, I mean, I was going with because he has to live near you, but yeah.
Fine. When I move to the U.S., I won't go near you. Piece of shit.
Go down there to California.
Hey, Sim, you're welcome. You're welcome down here in Southern California, dude.
Well, thank you.
I got a spot for you.
I'll go join Beacon in Indiana.
What do you want to go to Indiana for?
I just
Because I'm not welcome to West Virginia, it seems.
Chris, what happened? I just said he could come stay with me in California, and the moment he had a place, he just went right to. He bounced already.
No, I said either that or I'll go with Beacon in Indiana.
Okay. I didn't hear that part of it. My bad.
No, I'll go anywhere but West Virginia at this point. I'm not welcome.
Mountain Mama. Roads. That's right.
Graham Parsons is from West Virginia, isn't he?
I don't even know who that is.
Well, ain't John Denver.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Sugar. We also got a backer on the campaign. Sugar Rush. Oh, did we? Let's see. Refresh. Yeah, we did. Look at that. Hot damn.
No way, dude. Hey, God bless you guys. Hey, really appreciate
Boom.
that, man.
All right, putting it up in the corner. There you go. Sugar Rush. Sugar Rush.
Now, am I allowed to get turned on by that image in the corner?
No.
Okay.
Control yourself, Spak.
You're totally allowed. Don't listen to Chris.
I don't know. It's very confusing. From the neck down is doing something, and the neck up is doing the opposite.
Yeah. Well,
So
that's how it works.
It's keeping me just right in the middle, which is good, I guess.
Yes, you should be.
Yeah, it's keeping you on that limit of the not horny.
That's right, man. Basically, what you
Edging.
call
That's it. Couple fight.
well, hey, thanks for back.
Oh, you want a piece,
I'm gonna get that out right away, man. That was really cool. You have raised my spirits this morning.
Yeah, we can go to a backer on the eBay and a backer on Indiegogo. Nicely done. Nicely
That's
done.
cool, man.
Pascal says in San Francisco, you can watch your rent-free neighbors poop on your porch. That's right. Yeah, there you go.
Wow.
What's yeah, that sounds awesome. What's the drawback?
I don't know. That in New York doesn't sound like a place to go right now.
New York, you got to pay. San Francisco, you get to do it for free.
Oh, you have to pay for them to sit on your porch? God damn it. That's expensive.
Yeah.
I thought that was Hollywood.
Yeah, I think they just throw shit at you.
I'll just stick with
Like those little monkeys?
stick with
Yeah.
What? How do you call them? Wistites or spider monkeys, I think the other name is.
I don't know. I think
I know in French it's capucin.
It's not a gibbon.
Those tiny monkeys that when somebody's there with a musical box and they just go and.
Yeah, that might just be a monkey. Because a lot of times, I call a chimpanzee a monkey, but it's not a monkey.
Mm-mm.
It's a chimp.
That's all monkeys to me, I guess. I don't know.
They're all
Well, they're
apes.
in there, it's like you don't want to call an orangutan a chimp or a monkey.
Or an ape, a monkey, or you'll rip you an arm.
But you know what? I saw
I get to,
gibbons. A gibbons mate for life.
I got to see an orangutan and gorilla and stuff there when I went to the con there last weekend, and that was fun. I never got to see a gorilla before and stuff.
And
That's cool,
at a
man.
con?
Is the actual gorilla?
I'm like, why? Was Clint Eastwood there for every which way but loose?
No, I went to the zoo on Saturday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, down in Pittsburgh. Went to the Pittsburgh Zoo. We looked at all the different animals and stuff, and went to the the aquarium there too, and everything. Made the whole day out of it. It was fun.
You know what I found was interesting? The Comic-Con and the zoo, they smell the same.
Probably, yeah.
No, it's a fact, sir.
Oh boy.
You know what I have right here? You know what I have right here, which is cool. Have you guys read this book yet? The Mary Boys?
Yes, I have it. Yeah.
Oh, Mary Boys is great. I love Mary Boys.
Yeah,
Absolutely love Chubb's work.
his art is really cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
I've got this here, and then I've got this here, and then I've got.
Did you get the ones before? Or you just got that one.
That's the only one I got, man. I got these are my big books right now. I got
Mavericks.
I got
I'm
Mary
still waiting. I'm still waiting for my Mavericks. The Mary Boys. That was like the second book. Or the
they go
second
right next to
campaign.
each other because they're both.
So there's-
A.
So I guess you're missing 1 and 2.
Oh, I hope they're not watching and they know that. I was just trying to show how much I do know, and now you're outing me as someone who doesn't know anything.
Yeah, Mary Boys had issues 1 and 2, and then they came out with beef heads.
Yep. So, but I'm mainly telling you. So if you like it, you get them.
No, I'm kidding me. Yeah, I'm messing. But yeah, no, I do like. I wasn't sure where to. I was like, I want to start, at the beginning, but I also wanted the new stuff. So
I think they were, if I'm not mistaken, they were supposed to be available on the campaign. Or just reach out to them. They're really cool. Chubb and his wife are pretty goddamn cool.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to get one first just to kind of see if I was into it or not, and yeah, it was, and I got to get the other ones now.
Yeah.
But man, there's just so much work. This feels like the Mets and Mad magazine stuff, dude. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, issue 1, issue 2.
Yep. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we like the Chubbs.
Excuse me.
Good people.
Yep.
Good book.
Sorry about that.
All right.
Another one that I liked was Mortal World.
I haven't seen that.
And they're working on the second issue.
Oh
So
wait.
it's another UK team.
Oh yeah. He closed it. You'd
It's
know
already
that.
closed.
Yeah, you'd know that, Soul, if he was on Twitter. He made a post saying he was going to close it. I'm pretty sure he did.
You snooze, you lose.
Yep, missed out. You
Well,
have to wait
I
till
only
next.
partially snoozed. I only missed out on some.
Oh, and I'll have you know, Sam, I already read my new Thor.
Your new Thor?
Yeah, my new
Which
Thor.
one?
comic. Yeah, the 126, the one with Hercules.
He's holding. He and Hercules are holding hands.
How long did it take you? 2 days?
What do you mean? How long did it take me? I've read it in like 5 minutes.
Right, I thought because you were really a slow reader, and that's why that pal you never read them. I was just assuming, just trying to be polite.
You shouldn't assume things.
Trying to be a good Canadian here and be polite.
Oh, it was just as good as I thought it would be. The whole issue is just them fighting, basically.
I'm trying to find that issue where Hercules and Wolverine are a couple, and I want to get that for you.
Sure, if you want me to do a stream where I burn it.
Man, I'm just
totally be worth it.
I'm kind of giving up on more, but I know I got my little Batman mug here, but I don't really support that stuff at all anymore, man.
I don't either. Like I buy old stuff. That's it from
But you
Marvel.
still support them because that technically it's one of the funny things. It's like people are asking how are they making money right now, like Marvel or stuff like that, and DC. if you look at their numbers, they're making money because of the trades.
Yeah.
They've killed the worth of their floppies because they've been reprinting like trades and omnibus and like crazy, and they've been making bank on that. The rest, not so much.
Yeah, I've seen some of them are really nice. Like they're putting together some nice packages. Like I saw some Spider-Man hardcover thing. It's all, but you get these people. Oh, I like it, and they'll buy it, and then they just put it on the shelf with all the other shit.
Oh, it looks way better. I personally prefer to have like trade paperbacks or graphic novels than floppies, to be quite honest.
Yeah, dude, I've really dived. I really dove.
As you can see.
Oh, cool, man.
I don't.
I dove off the deep end, dude. It's just like, I've been drinking maybe the EBS Kool-Aid for too long, but I'm just like, these companies hate us, man, and it's just really hard for me to.
But they hate their fans, and technically right now it's trying to force feed people shit that they don't want.
Yeah, it's hard, man, and it just makes everything else. It just makes everything else not as good as it used to be. So,
but
I'm having much more fun reading books like Merry Boys and Mavericks and Kozar and Cyberfrog.
I stopped reading a lot of those mainstream comics a while back. To be quite honest, I returned to DC like when Ethan started doing his Green Lantern Rebirth. I think that's pretty much what got me back to DC, because at that point, because of Image, I've seen Marvel and DC turn into something not very fun.
Yeah,
like that was even like everything was trying to change the characters into manga. Like it was the year when they tried to make every character into a manga, if you remember. Like they were trying everything because their numbers were failing. They almost went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Like all this shit started like a while back. Then Ethan went to do the Rebirth thing, and that kind of like revamped DC for a while.
No, it's cool. Yeah, I remember I had all those Rebirth covers.
Yeah. I had like a series. Stuff. I have three full series here.
Yeah,
I really liked it. Yeah.
I had tons and tons of those issues, man. Those are cool.
No, I used to be like a big Superman and Green Lantern fan back when I was a kid. So when bringing them back was like a big thing for me.
Cool. Yeah, I met Ethan. at a comic book convention, maybe like 90, probably more like 2002.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe around there.
Sugar.
Yeah, I met him twice at cons too.
Yeah, and it's actually funny. I have my own
Expo in Toronto, if I'm not mistaken.
Cool. Yeah, I've got my own YouTube channel. I don't have I know what's his name. Hex is trying to get to about 500 subs. I have about 485 subs less than Hex. So down to about 12 or 15, but I took a sketchbook to like a bunch of conventions years ago, and surprised, like looking back at it, I've got Shane Davis, John Malin, Kenneth Rocafort, all did sketches for me in the same book in like the early 2000s.
Oh wow!
Cool.
Yeah, funny how that turns out.
Yeah. I remember. Dude, the Shane one was pretty funny. He gave me a pretty funny look when I asked him a question. And Rocafort, he was working in. Anybody in the chat? Are you guys familiar with Hunter Killer?
Hunter Killer, the one he did after. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had all those. Yeah. So I had all those issues. So I was a fan of Hunter Killer, and I
was a fan of Madame Mirage as well.
Cool.
A little bit. Almost nobody knows that one.
Yeah, I don't know it. But
it's by Rocafort and Paul Dini. You know who Paul Dini is, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's a writer, right?
Yeah, check it out. He's the co-creator of Harley Quinn.
Oh, right.
He was doing the Batman animated series with So cool. Check it out.
For sure. But yeah, he did it. There's a villain in Hunter Killer named Wolf.
Mm-hmm.
What his name was. And,
but he's not really a bad guy, but yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, you remember it better than me, clearly. But yeah, but he did a drawing of a wolf.
Let's see. We got Soul saying, Sugar, I wrote dang because I was happy that I had the link handy. Mary Boys is not on my to get list, but I liked the Crusader Keenan review. I forgot about that. Oh Jesus! Maybe I'll start doing Crusader Kino again.
You check the
Cool.
map, my screen. That's Madame Mirage.
Nice, man. Do you also have Hunter Killer? Oh yeah, there it is. Cool.
And I have the Hunter Killer Cyberforce by
Cool.
Rockafort. Yeah, I'm not big fan of Rockafort.
Cool, man. Yeah, he very kindly backed my Indiegogo. So it was very nice and tweeted out. He was like one of the first people to back it and support it. It was really nice.
Oh, nice. Oh, don't put the link to that. So, jeez. Crusader Kino's Oscar-worthy Mary Place 1 review. Oh, jeez.
I don't know why you seem so like ashamed of it. Everybody loved it, and you're like, "Oh, please don't watch it."
What's that? What I missed it. It's the review that they're talking about.
Yeah. You dressed up like a crusader, like a knight or something, like and you just did a review of that book, and it was funny, but you never did it again.
Nice.
Everybody liked it, brings it back every time, but you never did it again.
Yeah, I might. Maybe I'll do another one. I'm thinking about it.
Stop thinking about it and do it.
Yeah.
Do not think. Do. There you go.
There is
Maybe if I speak backwards, you'll understand better.
It says, if you enjoy endless talking, cutesy stuff, and food references, modern comics are the golden age for you.
Yeah, if you like
That's right.
Starbucks.
Hex says, Davey was the first guest on my Stop and Shoot stream.
That's right.
All right. Yeah. So this was a nice, successful stream. We got.
Hey, I really appreciate it, man. I got 2 comics I got to get out. How long are we hanging out? I should probably maybe get going here in a little bit on my end. And it looks like we're past an hour here, but I don't want to ruin the party and just leave like.
We're not ruining anything. We always do this. It's like we always do like a bit more than an hour, but we don't expect the guests to be here more than an hour.
Yeah, if you need to go, it's
because of the chat and messing around with the chat, we know how it gets, but we don't.
Yeah.
If you come on the show, we're like, you only like just be here. Do you want to leave because sometimes we get sidetracked.
Yeah, sometimes we get going for a while.
Yeah, no, I don't want to. I just
get very roasty.
There you go.
But I'm a bit slow. I just woke up when I got in because my alarm did not ring.
Cool. Well, hey, Sugar Chris, I really appreciate it. Simmons, awesome meeting you guys. Thanks for letting me be on your show so much. I hope that I was not too boring of a guest, and my campaign page isn't too boring there. But I really appreciate you playing my video and supporting it. And dude, you got me a back. You got me 2 backers.
Anything to help get the word out.
Thanks for dropping by because I didn't even know about this campaign. It's one of the things that I found really fucking annoying. And yes, I freaking swear because I find it annoying because I'm on Twitter. Like you're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, you don't see shit. And if you're friends with Hex, that means you probably retweeted it more than once, which I should have probably fucking seen it. And no, I did not.
It's hard, and I think there's a lot of
So people use those goddamn DM groups. If somebody complains you share too much, don't share in that group. Come share in mine. Just freaking share it in DM groups where it's for promotion, because otherwise we don't freaking see it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's kind of hard getting the word out, and there's mail-in.
Sim has me muted.
Yeah.
No, I just blocked you.
Mail-in is often very like, hey, build an oar, start paddling, build an oar, start paddling. I'm a first-time comic book creator, so I made an oar, but I really don't have any idea how to paddle. So I appreciate you guys showing me how. And yes, I'm trying to get the word out, but some people are more effective at that than others. But I try to tweet and share and all that stuff, but is what it is. But it's a slow process. For me, the initial goal was getting the book out. And now that it's out, I'm going to try to develop some of those other skills like marketing and advertising and see what happens. But it's just step by step, and I appreciate you guys holding my hand along the way and helping me get some traction.
Yeah, we follow each other, and I don't even see your shit.
Well, one of the things I don't I can. One of the reasons why I continue to do this is because I don't like the idea that like creatives have to sit here and constantly worry about a YouTube channel and this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I want them to just make books and
Yep.
and have good customer service and be professional. And so that's why I do this, to try and make it to where, you know, guys don't have to do that all the time. You don't have to worry about uploading videos every day and becoming a YouTuber and
Yeah, I appreciate
other
that, and
YouTube channel and do it, you know?
well,
Mm-hmm.
it's very much appreciated, and people like me need that. So thank you very much, Chris.
Yeah.
Hey, Dark Side, appreciate that, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
because
Soul, thank you.
I remember in the beginning, dude. I used to have to stream almost every goddamn day, up through 2-3 times a day, and working on my book and doing this. And dude, I burned myself out literally. Where
Yeah.
you go to go on stream and you feel like automatic. You try to work and you feel sleepy. You know, when you get to that point, you're like, okay, I need to take a break and reassess some things.
Yeah.
That's why we decided, when we did this, I'm like, we're keeping doing this all the time, but I kind of cut back on a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
Because I never wanted to be a YouTuber. I want to be a comic book creator. So, you know what I mean? I just want to do my books and I just want to do animation.
Cool. That's awesome. Well, listen, I'm gonna. I guess I'm gonna duck out, and
Mhm.
I'm gonna try to get that image out of my my bank up there. The
Good luck. Good luck.
Yeah.
with that.
Hey, well, I really appreciate it, guys. Just to say it again, thank you so much, and I hope to come back soon.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, Soul says later, Pum Spak, come back with book 2. That's right.
Cool, man. But the script, yeah.
You go to launch the next one.
All right, I will, and I really appreciate that. Thank you.
If Coleman would have given me the heads up, I probably would have told him grab 2 copies so we can save on shipping.
There you go.
Yeah, he comes over to my house. You know what I mean?
I'll put one in there for you.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
Yeah, you got it.
All right.
Say, Coleman, one of those extras is for Sim.
Because it's one of the things that we do. Like I do with Chris. Sometimes we want something together, we just order and then deal with the shipping.
And just cut it in half, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Or would someone else get sloppy seconds? Is that what
But it's one of the reasons why we always do the 2 packs on campaigns.
Yep.
Especially if it's one of the things that international people like to do, because you don't have to charge double the shipping depending on the weight of your book. So they can say, yeah.
Cool. Learning something new here.
And dude, if you have questions, don't be shy. Reach out.
Cool. I will for sure. Well, hey, thanks again, Coleman. And guys, I'm gonna duck out, and I'll keep watching you after I head out. And
can I just give you one little pointers? Unless it's because you use eBay a lot, check into Shopify. It would be way easier, and you can make your shipping way cheaper if you use a Shopify website to sell your already pre-printed
you know what?
books.
I have a Square site.
There you go, Squarespace. Yes.
So I have a Square site with the books on there. The only thing is, I was hoping this eBay thing could work if I just put in, don't use their global shipping, but just use an international service. It's eBay does everything for you, like on their end, so you don't have to like figure out like do the customs form and do all this. Like they just do that, and that label's ready to go. So it's
that's the same thing that I have with Shopify. Shopify, when you buy with the thing, I just buy my labels with them.
Okay,
I print it, put it on the box, and buy. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And I think Squarespace have the same option, so check into it. Yeah, I'm saying that because you could save money.
Cool. Yeah, I guess I want to offer all the international, all this stuff, but it's like I don't want to have to do all these forms and type in like so. But if Square does it like Shopify does, like you say, that'll be nice and easy. But cool. Hey, thanks guys. Thanks guys. I appreciate it. I'm gonna duck out and talk to you guys later. And
thanks again, Davey.
I really appreciate it, man. Later, y'all.
Yep. Later.
Dude, we even follow each other. I don't even see his goddamn thing. if he behaves.
How it is. Couples discount. Oh, Felix popping in there.
What's up, Felix?
Come on your show to promote Red Just Diaries? No, because I'm not going to have somebody on to promote something that don't exist. Damn it, Felix.
That was a great one, Felix.
I'm
I
sorry.
would say yes because I'd like to have Mo on.
Well, he can come on, just not promoting that Red Dress Diaries. No,
No.
not having it.
That book looks very interesting.
It smells good. Kind of hungry now. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get me something to eat.
I've never watched a Bob's Burger, but I am a Rick and Morty fan. Did you ever watch Bob's Burger?
Bob's Burger?
Mm.
No, not really. No, I don't think I have.
So saying, where did you meet the girl you're doing the movie show with? What's the backstory? Technically, it's quite simple. Dave and Boss were doing like a show, the horror movie show, and I used to be, and I would go there once in a while, especially if I'm a fan of the movie or something like that. Like I wouldn't just go if I've never seen the movie, right? So they were making one for vampires, and they know that I'm a huge John Carpenter fan, and they know that Vampires is one of my all-time favorite freaking vampires movies. So they say, come on here, we have a guest over that's played in Vampire. She played one of the Masters Vampire, and that's how I met her. I went on the live stream, and as soon as I jump on it, it was like we've been friends for years, and we just dominated the entire goddamn stream. Nobody else could talk.
Hit it off.
Yeah, that's why we decided. She was like, I would like to do a stream talk about movies. I'm like, well, if you make it about sci-fi and action, I'm in. And we've been friends ever since.
Country roads, take me home to a place where I belong. West Virginia.
You know, Tim Pool's technically buying the entire area right now.
What?
He's buying a lot of land in West Virginia because it's supposed
What
to
else to do? He can keep out. I'm gatekeeping.
He's building his ranch over there.
Ugh. What's he doing? I don't want him around. Gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping the state.
Oh, but they'll be gatekeeping units starting their own community over there. I'm just saying.
You can keep out of my part of it. I don't know.
They're doing what I wanted to do and go buy myself some land and start myself like the Inkslayer Ranch or something.
Well, as long as he follows the West Virginia motto of you do you and I'll do me, and you keep away, mind your own business. I don't care. Of course, Sim likes the vampire movie where they're dragged out into the sun by vehicles. Suspense, mystery. Who needs that when you have horsepower?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. America.
Dude, I love the entire concept of like they're not gay vampires. It's not a romantic shit. It's beasts, it's creatures, it's monsters, and I love that iconic scene of them coming out of the ground is so sick. Every time I watch the movie, I love it. They dig themselves in a hole in the ground and they just like come out. That was awesome. Yeah, well, I love that movie, and she also played Shiva in Mortal Kombat. And then I found out she played in Star Trek. She played in a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I remember her from Mortal Kombat.
She played in Battlestar Galactica as well. Yeah,
that's what I know her from. Mortal Kombat.
We kind of hit it off, and we're really good friends now. And the funny part is, I met her daughter. She has her daughter's the same age as Nat, right? And the fun part is that she was born and raised here, in Quebec. She speaks French. Like, it was fun. Her ex came from here.
Let's see. Sim, you say that, but you also wrote a gay vampire comic.
He's everything but gay. That you fantasize about him. That's on you, bruh. Sounds like a you problem. Because he ain't gay. There's no sparkles, and he killed Bella and Edward. So I'm sorry, but you can say all you want, but that ain't it. Maybe you're gay. Actually, I started flattening the colors. We're getting a colored edition. What?
Nothing.
You saw something, you're shopping, and you don't want to say it?
I need to go play Path of Exile. They changed one of my uniques items. So now I got to redo my whole build. I'm probably going to delete the character I made yesterday and restart all over.
Yeah. Did you send a message to Dave?
Yeah. Yeah, he said he'd like to play.
Mm-hmm.
Good, but studying comes first and all.
Yeah, well, he's been wanting to play this weekend. I'm gonna ask him.
Well, I said something to him. Well, what do you want from me?
To be more social, to be more social. Sorry.
I do a live stream. How social do you want me to be?
And stop giving shit to people that give you gifts, you fucking ungrateful cunt.
I will give shit to people who give me gifts all the time. Maybe they'll stop giving me gifts.
It's like, you're supposed to say thank you, not fuck you. You know what I mean? Hey, what's up, Brian?
Maybe listen. Oh, yep, Brian's here. Hey, Brian. All right. So, what are you and Marinus doing after this stream ends?
Hold on. So saying it will never stop being funny how defense you get when it comes to Wimson. I might not even dislike the book, not gonna tell you, but roasting you on anything Bloodhunt is, yeah, no, I'm having fun with it too, bro. It's all in good fun. If I was not having fun with you, I would not even bother with defending Bloodhunt. I'm proud of that book, and that's it. You know me. I just think it's fun, and it's entertaining for people.
Might go to Jun's today or tomorrow.
Might go to what?
Jun's. It's an Asian place, food place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Just go and me and Mom have like a little eat out place.
Why are you beating yourself?
Because before I did these streams, I did this all the time. And now I got to stop because I keep remember. Oh no, that makes a bunch of noise and people hear it on stream. It keeps me busy.
That project's interesting. Like I was gonna buy it. I was gonna wait and ask if you wanted if Coleman wanted one, but he already ordered it and he's gonna send him one, so I don't have to.
Oh, there you go.
So I can close the page now. I was waiting for after the show. So go check it out. The guy's pretty cool, and if you like those shows, I'm guessing if you like Rick and Morty, you're probably gonna like it. It kind of at first when I jumped in, it reminded me of what's his name? School of, no, not school. What is it? Something high? No. The Book of Muerto. What's the monster school there? What was the name of it? I have Monster High in my head, but that's not it.
What?
Real Muerto.
Oh,
Tales from the class.
Tales
Classroom.
Tales from the Classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of gave me that vibe a bit of classic funny monster type of thing, and yeah, can't wait to have it there to get it. Don't forget, Coleman, one of those copies are mine.
I haven't heard from Muerto. Oh,
I've seen him share things about the next book once or twice.
mm-hmm. That's good. Yeah, good to hear he's still around. Let's see.
And I have to be honest. Tales from the Classroom, I got the digital copies every time because I technically got them for my kids.
Chris, should
But
we?
it's a good read.
Dixie, sure.
No, nah. It's his autism that acts up once in a while. It's all good. Like, no, yes, it's mine.
I don't know if I'm in the mood for POE today. Oh my gosh, no, Soul. What are you doing? I want to play by myself again. All right.
Brian's like Tales from the Classroom was solid. Yeah. It was like it did to me the same thing that your 6-gun gorilla did. Like, one of those things that looks interesting, looks good, not my cup of tea. I got it for, I'll get it. Maybe the kids will like it, and I enjoyed it. Both of them.
All right. And then he says something else in French.
Bless you. I mean, go fuck yourself. Meaning I'm not getting that book, and I'm like, well, you won't be getting any more of them gifts, motherfucker. You know what? There you go. You're not gonna get any of this of them gifts, enfoiré. Just answer in French. Yeah, both issues were good. Also, the last one was a pretty solid book. Hope we get to see him soon and more often. He was a cool guy too.
Looks like Red Valkyrie's doing their art auction.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it looks like I see Phil's streaming it. Red Valkyrie Underground Art Auction, Pages of the People. The people. For the people. Let's see. Yeah, he says, okay, I'll give you mine then, but I'm keeping yours anyway, he says. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I think it's about time for me to wrap this one up. That way I can go see how Mom's doing.
Then you can go play Path of Exile.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't installed it. I need to install it.
I'm probably gonna delete the character I made yesterday. I'm up to like level 32, and I'm gonna delete it and start all back over. Oh well. Changes everything.
Why? You don't like the game anymore?
No. It's just I messed up my build, my passive tree, because one of the uniques, they changed it, I guess, this league, how it works. And that changes how my whole build, it changes everything I was going to do my build.
Mm-hmm.
So now I got to start over because my passive tree's wrong. So I'm just going to start over instead of trying to use a shit ton of orbs of regret. I'll just delete the character because it was only like 1 day's worth of gameplay. So it's not that big a deal. And I'll just make a new one and start trying to do it the right way.
Yeah. Can't understand you guys. You guys game so much, then you complain you don't have time to do shit.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Priorities.
And it's like, Sim, one more book. Sim, one more books. Why don't you game more? Can't play MMO. They just eat up too much time. MMO? Okay, yeah.
Massive multiplayer online.
Yes, yeah, I feel the same. It's
I don't know if I would call POV an MMO. It's just an ARPG like Diablo.
It's more like Diablo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a Diablo.
Like most other games that are free, it's a bit grindy.
Oh, yeah, it's a
Really?
little grindy, but that's how Diablo was.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to get the right equipment and everything, of course. But you can also just, buy trade to get the items you want and stuff.
Mm.
So it's not too bad. All right. All right. So I'm going to wrap this up, I think. What's it saying? Sugar, the problem you have is that you're playing Vampire Saviors inside PoE, and that doesn't always work. Vampire Saviors?
What?
What's Vampire Saviors? You're playing
Um,
Are you talking about Vampire Survivors? The reverse bullet hell game that you can get for like $3? I like that game. But I'm not playing Vampire Survivors inside PoE.
Vampire Survivors? That's a game?
Yeah, it's a cheap little like $3 game. And it's based kind of like, you can tell it's very based off of like Castlevania, but what it is what do they call them? They call them survivors like now games. And basically what you do is everything is your WASD keys, and that moves your character. And your whole goal is just to stay alive. So monsters are constantly spawning and coming after you. And you start out with a singular ability that happens. So maybe it's a Bible that goes in a circle around you, and it does damage every time it hits an enemy, or something like that. And then when you kill an enemy, it drops experience. You pick it up, you gain levels, which then gives you more abilities, more movement speed, or more whatever, just increases your ability to do stuff. So by the end of it, you've got all these abilities going on and stuff's happening, and there's a ton of monsters, and you're just wiping them all out. And all you're doing is mostly just moving around trying to avoid the enemies while your abilities are auto hitting. It's a kind of it's an easy, relaxing game to do, and it's only a few bucks, and it's fun to watch all the little shit going on and blowing up everything. Yeah. And now there's a ton of those types of games out ever since Vampire Survivors hit, because it blew up. It got real popular. And now there's a ton of different games out there with all these different kind of stuff. And it's actually quite it's a fun type of game, and they've added on it to where it's not just like that now. Some of these games really add a lot more depth and different stuff to it. Like 7 Days to Die and Conan. Oh, no, Felix. PoE or Vampire Survivors. Neither one of them's like 7 Days to Die or Conan Exiles. Those are those are survival games. No, Vampire Survivor is not a survival game. It is. I've seen one person call it a reverse bullet hell, and that seems appropriate. No, it's not like those. Although Conan Exiles is a kick-ass game. I like it. You just described your PoE playstyle to a T. No. There's a lot more to it than that. I don't just walk around. I have to do offerings. I have auras. There's a bunch of different things I have to do. I have to spam out my spirits if I'm playing that build. It's not just walking around. I'll have you know. All right, I'm wrapping this thing up. I need to go talk to Mom, see how she's doing.
So don't forget to sub, like, and share, especially if you like to see Chris dance like he's doing right now. Okay, now that you're doing the genie, can you do the Egyptian? Walk like an Egyptian.
I don't know how that was. I don't remember the.
Okay, so. Don't forget to sub, like, and share. Go check out that Unemployed Monster book. It looks very decent. We have the eBay for the international in the chat. And don't forget to go back to Elson and Adverse too.
That's right. Thanks everybody for joining us. I will be doing a stream tomorrow showing off all my goodies from the con. I got a whole long box full of floppies and graphic novels I got for super cheap. And what
That's
else?
tomorrow.
Other stuff. Yep, that is tomorrow morning.
What time? Same time or?
Yeah, I'm doing it at the same time, 11.
Okay.
I got Marinus is going to be joining us to show off his floppies.
And what happened to the stream starting at 11:15?
No.
Why? Because I have my clocks. Everything was set. Like,
Hey, it's
you
not
wonder why I'm late. You fucking moved the
not
fucking.
fault. You always want to do it late.
You moved the flagpole.
It was originally 11 o'clock.
No, it was always 11:15.
No. That was just because I know you'd be late.
Oh, fuck you. Yeah, you just made it at 11 because you wanted me to be late.
Then I can always blame you. Like, oh, look, I'm late again. Damn Tim. That's why
Yeah,
we're
like-
late, everybody.
Me, it's in my I'm in zombie mode when I wake up. Make my coffee. I got till 11:15. We're live. I'm like, oh mother.
Alrighty. So thanks,
Yeah, sub
everybody.
to my channel.
Thanks, everybody. Always appreciated. And I'll see you on the next one. Later.
Later.
Hit the button.